Good evening, everyone. So, today we are going to start our topic, that is food and health. Am I audible to you? My voice is coming properly? Can you hear me? Yeah, so we are going to start that new topic, that is food and health. Obviously, food and health, they all are both are interrelated. That means you have a good health. For that good health, you have to have a good quality of food and also all the nutrients which are required by the body in proper proportion. Though you are having all the nutrients, but still those nutrients should be in a balanced form. This is what we are going to study in this topic, that is food and health. See, food and health, these all we have, now health we have talked about. So we talk about food. There are various nutrients inside the food, different types. There are 5 main nutrients present in the food. As such, you all know what are those nutrients. We have already talked about in the smaller classes, that are carbohydrates, fats, vitamins, minerals, and proteins. So these all are the basic nutrients which should be present in your diet. Then only your body will be fit and healthy. That we all know very well. Now, if we talk about, there are various types of food that we eat normally. Some foods gives us energy, some are protective, some are body builder. So, if we'll discuss about the energy giving foods, they gives energy to work and play. In that we have sugars, starch and carbohydrates that gives you quick energy. Here are the sources, the rice, potato, bread, wheat, sugar, noodles are there. They all are energy giving food. And but once a person is diabetic or suffering from diabetes, doctors advise not to take these foods because they have rich source of sugar and starch. And in case of fats, fats give our body energy that can be stored for later use. The sources are here on the screen, the butter, oil, ghee, nuts and cheese. So all these are energy giving food. They gives us energy. Now growth food, or you can say bodybuilding food, which we will talk about. What are the bodybuilding foods which our body requires? Mainly the person like the growing children and those who are going for bodybuilding or doing gym, they need that food, especially proteins which helps the body to grow. They help in building muscles, blood and skin, helps in body repair whenever it is damaged. Damaged means if any of the cells like our WBCs, RBCs, if they are damaged or worn out, then time to time we keep on removing them. What are the sources? Fish, meat, cheese, chicken, milk, eggs, pulses, and nuts. They all are very essential for you, children, your growing age. So you also have to take all these diet in your food. Now, if we talk about the protective food, what falls in the category of protective food, this is what we are going to study is the vitamins and the minerals that are needed in very small quantities to stay healthy and fit. But they are very essential for us. If the body does not get enough vitamins and minerals, we will have deficiency of that particular vitamin or mineral. We have various vitamins like vitamin A, B, C, D, E and K. So it is very easy to memorize also, like A to E, all the alphabets. Okay, vitamin A, B, C, D and E and K also. So if any of the vitamin we are deficient or any of the mineral, that is what we call deficiency disease. Sometimes whenever you go to a doctor, so doctor advises you that this vitamin is lacking, so that you have to take. Apart from it, water and roughage is also very important in our diet to be added. Like all the other nutrients, body require water and roughage. because 2/3 of our body is made up of water. You see all these juicy fruits. Here it is strawberry. Okay, grapes are there. Juicy fruits and some leafy vegetables are there. They provide roughage. Roughage is a fiber that cannot be digested. But the function is it adds bulk to the food, helps muscles to push food through stomach and intestine. It keeps the intestine healthy and also helps the body to get rid of undigested food. So at times we need water also. Doctors advise us to drink 7 to 8 glasses of water every day. That is very important for the process of digestion. And roughage too is a fiber that is required for the getting rid of the undigested food which gets accumulated in our body. So time to time you have to take all the plant foods, especially these given here, as the part of roughage. So that will be important equally for the health of your body, for the goodwill of your body. Now, all these nutrients, vitamins, minerals, whatever we are taking should be in a balanced form. Like all day you cannot keep on eating carbohydrates, or every day you cannot keep on eating the vitamins or minerals. So the thing should be in a proper way. It is a balanced diet. It's a printing mistake. It's a balanced. It should be CED. It's a balanced diet. Diet containing the right amount of all the nutrients as well as water and roughage is called as balanced diet. CED. Maybe a typing mistake. So you keep it in a note. It is CED. Balanced diet. Now, if we talk about balanced diet, food is subdivided into many portions. That is cereals. In cereals, we have rice, chapati, bread, noodles. So it added the carbohydrates and the minerals. Then if we talk about the vegetable and fruit, see, these all things should be included in your diet whenever you are having food at home. Any fruit or vegetable you will take, which comes, it gives us vitamins, minerals and carbohydrates. So these are also very important. Milk, if we talk about milk, cheese especially gives us fat also. So milk gives us calcium. That is very important for our bones. Bones we have already talked about in the last lecture. We spoke about bones also, because bones gives shape to the skeletal system and are very important. So cheese is also there, then some little bit curd you can take. If you're talking about protein, then meat, fish, eggs, and those who are not non-vegetarians, they can take pulses, nuts, peas, paneer, they can take mushroom also. So these are the various things which should be in a proper amount in the food, and that is what we call the balanced diet, in which all the nutrients are there in a balanced form. They are very essential for the growth and healthy functioning of your body. So these all falls under the category of food. And if whenever your parents are saying that you have to eat vegetables, you have to eat chapati, noodles, whatever they are saying, you have to follow, because they know well what should is required in your diet. Now we'll talk about how to preserve the nutrients in the food. See, whenever we are washing them with water, many of the nutrients get lost. Now, what is the basic criteria? Nutrient loss in food happens because of these certain methods. First of all, wrong method of cooking and handling food. Though you are having everything okay, the diet is balanced, but certain times you're not just cooking them well in a proper way. So many nutrients are lost. Washing cut fruit or vegetables means do not use once the vegetable is cut. You have to wash it before cutting. Otherwise, if you'll wash after the cutting vegetable, then nutrients will be lost. Then overcooking, or you have cooked in excess of water and then discarding the water, that sometimes your gravy is little, you can say lot of water is there in the gravy, and whosoever is cooking keeps on cooking for a long time just to make it thick. The excess you will cook any food, all the nutrients will get lost. And the best method is just to bake the food, boil it, sort it down and eat. That will give you full nutrient. Now, if we talk about the preservation, you have to add various methods are there for preservation. That is, we have refrigerators in our house, and there is a on the top there is a freezer. Okay, chiller is there, and so many things you keep in the fridge at different temperatures. Sometimes when we talk about the non-veg we have to keep in lot of -degree temperature so that they will not spoil. Now there are various methods of preserving food. So refrigerator commonly is used in our houses. Storage for few days we can keep it in refrigerator if it is we are keeping the right temperature of it. Deep freezer if we want to store for few weeks. Dehydration is a process in which water is removed from the food so that they can be kept for a long time. And you might have seen your mothers. What they do is whenever they make pickles or jams, so they add sugar and certain preservatives like vinegar also, sometimes sugar syrups also. So that sweetening may also help in the preservation of food. So these things you can see: refrigerator, deep freezer, or you can dehydrate. Like peas, you can dehydrate, excess water can be removed and they can be kept in a zip type of pocket and then be stored for longer time in the freeze. Sweetening is done in the case of pickles our mothers used to do. Okay, sometimes they put excess oil also so that it will not spoil with any of the infection. Another portion is the salting. Salting is also one method. Lot of salt can be put, excess of salt to the food. For example, normally when we preserve fish, you can see in the picture, lot of salt is added so that it will not spoil. Okay. Then canning. Canning, I think you have whatever things you are drinking, your juices or fruity cold drinks are there. So many of the things are fruits, etc. Baked beans, they all are kept in the sealed cans. Cans are sealed as if no air will pass through it. In a vacuum, they are packed so that it will not spoil. Then pickling, which I have discussed just now. Mango pickles, pickled onions we keep. So this method of pickling, long time you can use mango, okay, in the form of pickles, whichever you are eating. Now adding vinegar or oil, for example, whole black or green olives. You can put vinegar in this and for a longer time they can be preserved. So this is the freezer. You can see on the top I have labeled. Here it is the freezer for deep freezing the things, okay? And this is the refrigerator. The refrigerator, you can keep the things which you are using daily. So this is basically, in nowadays we are using fridge for the preservation, but if we talk about big factories or big shops or grocery shops, so they keep the freezers, they have a very large type of fridges in this, they keep the things. So these are various methods of preservation: refrigerator, deep freezer, dehydration, sweetening, salting, canning, pickling, adding vinegar to oil. So these are the various methods, you can say 8 steps which we can use it. Now what we have discussed in this lecture is, first we discussed about what are the nutrients in the food. We have certain nutrients like carbohydrates and proteins, vitamins, minerals, etc. These are all the nutrients which are required, and they should be in a 5 main ingredients I have already discussed, and they should be in a very balanced form. Like each and everything should be in a proper proportion what you have to eat so that your body will get proper nutrition. Different categories of food we have talked about, like energy giving, protective, then bodybuilding. These are all the categories of food which we have read. Now we will also read some other facts regarding the food that we'll talk about in the next lecture. So this was it for this lecture. For example, we talk about the nutrients which are required for the food, the basic 5 nutrients or the 5 components of food, that is carbohydrates, minerals, vitamins, then proteins, whichever required by the body, and how and in what amount they are required. That is the most important thing. So you will go through all this. It is given in your books also. Then in the next lecture, we'll be discussing some more things related to the food and health.